Shalom, shalom. Calling out Yahbashim and Shabashim Kakadash. Double to the elders at the S. Salutations to the elect men, women, and children that believe for the 1/3. I made this video before, but I'm going to keep stressing this point. Because, this is important. Back on Genesis 19, when the Lord delivered Lot and his wife from Sodom and Gomorrah, and she looked back. Don't fucking look back. Don't fucking go back. So, a lot of brothers be in toxic environments, toxic situations, to where, you got to deal with it, for the time being. Like Lot, he was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked daily, and Sodom and Gomorrah was his home. At times, you can't always just take off and leave. Sometimes, circumstances might not be right. You might not have the faith to do it. You might got to build the faith to make that move or whatever you choose to do. But, you got to deal with your Sodom and Gomorrah, which is a toxic environment, a wicked-ass situation. You got to deal with it. But it's going to come a time, especially if you're a believer in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Even this happened with non-believers. It's going to come a time where the Lord is going to deliver you from Sodom and Gomorrah, which could be what? A wicked environment or a toxic situation. It could be a wicked-ass woman you're dealing with. It could be a wicked-ass dude you're dealing with. It could be a job, situation, or it could be a particular environment you in, But when the Lord free you, do not look back. Looking back and going back, that's a form of ungratefulness also. You're showing Yahweh Shem Yahushua that you're ungrateful also. Now, do you have exceptions to this rules? Of course. All rules have some type of exception or mercy. But for the most part, look, Sodom and Gomorrah is on fire. Why the fuck you want to go back there? You got, and then sometimes, it's a lack of faith. You might not know, where you're going, but guess what? We ain't going to fuck back there. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a toxic job, whether it's a certain environment you're in, or whether it's linking up with, old friends or old buddies that's no good for you. It's a toxic environment. So the whole point is look, wherever we going, we ain't going back there. Because guess what? If the Lord is destroying that person, let's take a woman let's take Eve for an example, because I don't want to be over the place, right? Or a relationship, because you do have sisters too, right? So I'm gonna just say a relationship, right? So let's take a Eve or Jake. The Lord could deliver you from that situation, and it could be a year later, 2 years later, and you go back. Little do you know, the Lord have cursed that person, and maybe you had put up curses on her or him, and the Lord have cursed that person. He probably gave them the Lord is destroying them. He probably, plagued their finances. He probably gave them a fucking STD. He might have gave them herpes, AIDS, or whatever. The Lord is breaking their whole shit down. So you take it upon yourself and go back dealing with that person. What's going to happen to you? And that's what happened to Lot's wife. She turned to a pillar of salt. And what does salt do to the human body? It dries you out. It's going to drain you. And you need your energy. You need your focus. Especially in times like these. With all these distractions out here. Salt drains you. Say you eat a bag of chips, salt and vinegar chips. Your ass gonna get thirsty. Normally people eat chips with some type of water or some type of soft drink or something next to it because they definitely get dehydrated. The salt dries you out. So, and also salt is good for you, but one thing salt do too, it raises your blood pressure. You know what I mean? And when you got high blood pressure, you know what I mean, it blurs your vision and so on. So these situations that, these toxic environments, these situations that you in, when the Lord free you, even if you don't know where you're going, just be grateful that you've been freed and be grateful that you've been delivered. Because guess what? Some situations, the Lord said what? A wicked woman is given unto a wicked man. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Ecclesiastes 7:26. And it said, he that pleases the Lord shall escape from her. So some of these situations, people never escape. If you conquered smoking weed, if you had a drinking demon or whatever, some of these situations people be stuck in for the rest of their lives and they never conquer them. Or these wicked women and shit, some people never dodge them. They might dodge them for a little bit, but they just always there. They could never shake them. So you don't want to return back to Sodom and Gomorrah. That shit is on fire. There's nothing there. And if you go back there, you're going to get on fire. You're going to be destroyed too. So at the end of the day, be grateful when the Lord deliver you. While you're in the situation, deal with it. Keep the prayers up, be humble, and just ride that wave out. And, have faith that eventually, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, is going to deliver you. And when he deliver you and you out of there, do not fucking go back. And you don't always have to go back directly to that person particularly, but you could go back to that type of person, or you could go back to that type of situation. So, you got to move on and grow into your next phase of the Lord. So, hey, man, Lord willing, with that was on my mind. Do that again. Don't look back. I did it a couple months ago, but so my spirit again, probably do it again if the spirit jump, Because one thing about the scriptures, they are repetitive, because that's how you learn. I'm out of here. Yeah. Shalaki. Close it out. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. Shalom.